Hello and welcome to the Federal. Starting February 17th, more than 46 lakh students in India and abroad are going to sit for the dreaded CBSE Class 10th and 12th board exams. Now, these exams come with a lot of pressure and anxiety. So, to be able to manage some of that anxiety and give some perspective on these examinations, we have with us Dr. Roma Kumar. She's a clinical psychologist with the Sir Ganga Ram Hospital in Delhi, and she specializes in adolescent, and family counseling. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, hello. Good to be with you.
So, good to be with you too. So, let me straight away, I want to ask you the first thing is there is just so much pressure and anxiety around these exams, right? So, would you say that it is normal to feel, anxious, and also for students to feel like these exams are life defining for them?
So I would say that some bit of anxiety is good because if you have some bit of anxiety, you're able to perform, and that performance gets easier. And that's also known as a little bit of eustress, which is a good stress, which is there. But if you get beyond that stress, that is the time that you're not able to function properly. Now, what happens? I would tell children who are going to listen to this or parents, इम्तिहान तो हम बचपन से देते हैं, है ना? कोई नई बात नहीं है. Exams have always been there. We've always given, especially in the CBSE system. So this is not a different exam. Exam to wahi hai. But the only thing that you're giving too much importance to it for be able to get into the streams that of your choice, right? That's the only area. But I would just tell children that you don't need to get so stressed. Just focus on what you're wanting to do, where you're studying, what you're working on. Don't get so stressed because that will stop you, inhibit you from putting in your effort. That's what I would
Right.
say. But little bit of stress, good to do.
Okay. So, speaking of stress, I remember that when I was giving my class 12th board examinations, right before my history exam, right on read, we had just reached the center, and I told I had a breakdown. I started crying, and I told my father that I've completely blanked out and I don't remember anything, and I will
Hmm.
fail. And once I started giving the exam, of course, ended up doing quite well in it. But at that point, a student feels like they've forgotten everything and they are going to fail.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
would you say that this is a common feeling, and what is it that students can do at that point if they feel like they are blanking out?
So this is a very common feeling. I remember me also going through it, and because you end up thinking that, oh, maybe I don't know this, I don't know that. But I would say that we need to get into a little bit of breathing exercises. As soon as I get this thought, just do some deep breathing, drink some water and sip some water, get up where you are, just move around and come back and sit again there and focus. And if you're not able to do that one question where you got stuck, go to the next, go to the next. Do not go on giving yourself this negative feedback. I've forgotten everything. I will not be able to do, because your brain is going to listen to everything that you tell the brain. So if you give a message to the brain, I've forgotten, and if this goes on for a longer period, my brain will start functioning according to that. So instead, say, I remember everything, hang in there, I'm going to be able to do it, you will be able to do it. Do not think that you won't be able to.
Okay. And so, are there any other kind of techniques besides deep breathing that someone can go to immediately?
Yes. So before you go in for an exam, at least do not start, keep having a book in front of you, and don't go on keeping on revising, don't go on shifting your pages, don't do that. And even before sleeping, the day before the exam, before sleeping, 2 3 hours before, no books, nothing. Just relax, go for a walk, have some nice pani or shikanji. Do not drink any aerated drinks, and not too much of heavy food, because that also inhibits us from many activities. That's what you need to do. And when you are writing your paper, be very mindful of yourselves. Do not keep thinking that the questions, which is ninth question, I do not know, and you focus there and you are writing the first question. Do not do that. Just focus on what you are doing. And if you do that in a structured manner, you will be able to achieve it. And don't
Right.
focus on मेरे marks अच्छे आएंगे कि नहीं आएंगे. That's future. That's imaginary. Focus on the real stuff. Focus on what you're doing right now. Do not focus on whether I will get that, whether I'll be able to, whether I'll fail. Because what if does not exist. So don't focus on that.
Right. So, like, you said just before going to the exams, what can they do? But the other thing is the night before. That is, the day before the exam is also a very, very stressful day, and
Yes.
students usually end up thinking that this is the last time they have. Let me cram everything so that I don't fail. So, are there things that they should or should not be doing on the night before or the day before the exam?
See, our brain is also like a computer. So if you open too many files together, what happens to the computer if you open too many files?
Crashes.
It just yes. And then you have to reboot and you have to do many things. Exactly the same way the brain works. Do not put so much of pressure on the mind that you have to learn this, you have to learn that, you have to learn that. Focus on what you've learned all this while and just focus there. Do not pick up new learning things one day before the exam, because that will create more problems for you, that will create more stress in you. Focus on what you've done, revise that, and then leave it. Then do not push yourself to continuously look at the books and continuously keep on seeing and telling yourself, I've forgotten that. Close the book 2 3 hours before you go off to sleep. And do not watch your screen all the time. That screen will also inhibit you from being calm, from being able to focus better.
And ma'am, what if somebody is thinking that there is you said don't get into anything new, but supposing someone feels ki okay, I have my exam at 10:30, let me stay up till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning and finish, and then I will get. So is sleep also a factor here?
Sleep is a very big factor in relaxing your mind and body and for the memory to take place in the better manner. So, sleep is very important. But this generation now is thinking of sleep नहीं भी होगी तो भी चलेगा इम्तिहान तो दे दो but my mind needs to relax, my mind needs to recoup, my mind, all those chemicals need to work on my mind to be able to focus and to be able to function better. So all those chemicals and hormones need to be there to be able to write an exam. So do not sleep, please sleep well. That will help you come out more refreshed.
Okay. Is there a sort of a minimum hours of sleep you think would you recommend that before the exams at least these many hours of sleep is necessary?
5 to 6 hours is good enough. Don't oversleep. That is also not okay. Because when you oversleep, then you become a little lethargic. The body gets very lethargic.
Right. Okay. Ma'am, the other thing is that sometimes, both the source of anxiety and pressure can be also be from parents. And the parents themselves are feeling the anxiety and the pressure. So they will, inadvertently maybe say something or do something that doesn't help the situation. So for parents who are watching this and also trying to figure out how to cope with their own stress and anxiety, do you have do's and don'ts for them?
Absolutely too many do's for them. Stop. I would tell the parents, just stop being after your child. Your child will do whatever he or she can do, and they've done in all these years. Do not push them too much. Do not focus on all the time, sit down with a book, sit down with a book, sit down with a book. Give them breaks in between. Let them be, let them relax, even go for a walk, even go for maybe a small table tennis or maybe a badminton or cycling or whatever. Let them be. Because if you push the child too much, the child also gets very stressed. And the child is also going to do things to make you happy. Is that what you want as parents, or is that what is more important for you? The child needs to be happy, the child needs to be content, and the child can do many things. Believe in your child. Do not push the child too much, and do not stop the child also from speaking to his or her friends, or even using the screen for a short bit of time. The screen should not be there for very long periods. There has to be short period. Let the child be. Let them connect with their friends. Don't stop them.
Okay, thanks. Ma'am, finally, I just want to say that you said that there are no what ifs, but
Yeah.
if you're a student, that question is bound to come to your mind. So you must have, spoken to a lot of adults who have probably not done well in their exams or even maybe ended up failing a few subjects. In your own experience, in the larger trajectory of life, how much do these board exams mean, and is it okay to think of them as end of the road, so to speak?
No exam is the end of the road. No exam. No exam is going to be telling me what I can do and what I cannot do. It's just an exam. It's just writing a paper. It doesn't matter even if you do not get 90s or 80s, it's fine. You can do many more things. You have skills in you. It does not mean that you only have five professions in your life. Now there is so many things available for you. You can focus and do so many other things. Do not just think that I have to only become an engineer, I have to only do doctor, I have to only write those competitive exams. Don't put yourself there. Always have a, if you have a plan A, do a plan B, C, D. Do not think there's only one plan. And it's not the end of the road. It's absolutely not the end of the road. And connect with people who will listen to you, who will guide you. And there are mental health people who can connect and talk to you, listen to you, and put you on the path where you are self sufficient. So don't give up. It's not, exam is not the end of the day.
Okay. Hopefully, this is going to be a very helpful, conversation for many students and parents. Are there any final words that you'd like to say?
I would say all children and parents hug themselves and hug each other, and just be content with what we have. Do not look at something that we don't have or we can't achieve. Forget it. जो है उसी में हम लोग खुश हैं. You will make it. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. You will reach heights.
Thank you, ma'am. This was very helpful. Thank you for being with the Federal.